30 minutes from the Las Vegas Strip is a place most people have never heard of. If you're looking to relocate from California or any other state, Lake Las Vegas should be on your list. The concept here is simple. Lake Las Vegas is a master plan community designed with an Italian flair. The centerpiece is the 320-acre man-made lake. You can buy a custom home on the lake for a fraction of what you pay for a home in California, and the amenities are endless. To better understand what life could be like at Lake Las Vegas, I'm meeting up with local Andy Gil and local real estate advisor Kathryn Winterton.
It took some time to get all of this, as you can see, put together, but our first resident moved in 96. And so that's when it all started right here in South Shore. But now, over 2,500 homes later, you're looking at definitely one of the unique places to call home in Las Vegas.
So besides the beauty, what else does this place have to offer?
It's 18 miles from Las Vegas Strip, easiest way to define it. It's farthest place you can move east in Las Vegas. It's the true definition of a resort community. And with that said, you got 2 championship golf courses, you got 2 resort hotels, you've got, of course, the 320-acre lake that we're looking at right now. But then again, you're a short drive from the Strip, short drive from McCarran Airport, and you're only a mile away from Lake Mead National Park.
So one of the things that I always tell my clients is that in this area at Lake Las Vegas, you get a smaller community feeling in the middle of the big city. So that's what a lot of people like. You can come out here, you know your neighbors, you see a lot of people out walking and talking, and it's a true sense of community where you know everybody, and that's not something that happens very often in other areas.
Absolutely. Just driving in, I just noticed how active it was this morning, just how many people are out walking their dogs, walking, jogging.
Right.
Kathryn said a good point. It's we kind of call it like a boutique community. Mm-hmm. It's definitely there's definitely room for more homes to get laid in here, but it's not going to be so large you're going to get lost.
Got it. So it is growing. It's expanding.
Absolutely.
What's currently happening? What's some of the trends or the patterns that are happening?
Well, easily with the 9 new communities that we have on the North Shore, of course, custom lots that we can talk about, and just the amount of people that are coming. Not just from California, but anybody that grew up around water. You see water, and if you grew up around water, it's kind of an easy natural fit.
Are you also seeing people from Las Vegas come here?
Yes, and that's the beauty of it. Is before it was sometimes Lake Las Vegas was too expensive to touch, but we have opportunities for a single family with a new elementary school down the street that just opened, and we're getting locals from the Mountain's Edge, from the Summerlands, from the other areas moving here because we're given those opportunities to, high 3s, mid 5s, stuff like that,
Price
and
points.
People can do it.
Got it. So would you say it's kid-friendly or kid-centric?
It's both.
Okay.
We've got, with that said, with Reflection Bay, we now have a golf academy. And so with that, in teaching the kids how to play golf, and if you're living here, it's definitely nice to have in your backyard.
So Kathryn, what are some of the patterns you're seeing out here?
I'm seeing a lot of people who just are tired of the big city life. They want to be here because of the convenience of the airport. They want to be here because it's centrally located as far as Las Vegas itself. But they don't want to be in downtown Vegas. They don't want all the rush that comes with the Strip, and they don't want to be part of what Vegas is kind of cliche known for.
It's funny because my clients that are buying here, they love that it's green.
Right.
They love that there's water. It's like you're in Vegas, but you're not. You're kind of in your own little resort. So we have golf, tennis,
Yep.
boating.
Got to say pickleball too.
Oh, pickleball. Good. That's perfect.
Tournaments and everything in pickleball.
I know we just had a kayaker go by.
Yeah.
We got kayaking.
Yeah, you mentioned the tennis, the pickleball, world-class sports club. It's really an awesome look.
Yeah, for this valley, you just don't see this anywhere else. So you'll look at all the different communities, all the different areas, and then come here and it's different.
So there's demand, obviously, right? What about supply?
Now there's a lot of supply as well. It's
coming?
growing. It's coming. Yep, 9 new communities, as Andy mentioned. So there's plenty of options in every price range.
The builders are lining up. The nice addition of Del Webb coming. Mm-hmm. So we've got Del Webb,
older, right?
yeah,
Del Webb's
55 active,
older.
and they're bringing 416 units. Just before that, Alta Fiore opened up a 2-story product, and that was 138.
So because it's outdoor lifestyle, the one thing, all Californians and all over, what about the weather?
You can tell when someone's new, and the heat takes a while to get used to. But once you're in 5 years, you don't talk about it. But it's part of.
So that's local.
Yeah.
So the locals don't talk
Yeah.
about the weather.
Not at all.
No.
So that's a tell when someone says, "Oh, the weather," you know they're an out-of-towner.
Yeah,
That's it. That's
absolutely.
the giveaway.
Yeah.
And I get a phone call a week saying, "Hey, how's your weather down there?" And the answer is always like, "Great."
That's good to know. That's funny. I love that.
Yeah,
That's all we say, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's because right when they bring it up, you can kind of gauge,
You're
okay, how long
where they're
you
going with it?
absolutely. But when the heat to us means we got water. We battle that heat with this beautiful lake that we have.
Well, I'm ready to get on the water. Let's do it. I'm ready to see it.
Are you driving?
You're driving. I want to
Okay,
be watching.
all right,
Yeah. This is the best way, in my opinion, to see it, but I don't know much about the lake.
The lake, yeah. Well, like we said, it's 2 miles long, 1 mile wide. I think about it, it's kind of the same size as Central Park, almost.
Okay,
to an
pretty
extent.
close. Pretty
Yeah,
close
kind
in
of
size.
Visual size for all
Okay.
you East Coast buyers out there. But you're able to enjoy. You can have a private boat yourself, all electric powered. We don't allow gas powered watercraft on the lake. Number one for safety and number two for sound.
Mm-hmm.
But with that said, if you're that kind of guy and want to really push it, Lake Mead's a mile away.
Okay,
You know?
and all
Yeah, so
different types of boats out there.
Oh, everything.
Fishing,
Absolutely.
boating,
Fantastic.
wakeboarding, all that.
Houseboats,
Right, National Recreation Area.
you name
Oh,
it.
nice. Okay.
So, but you can have one of these parked up, at your house, and you can do
You
what
can
we're
see
doing.
the docks that are private docks here along the houses.
There's something very tangible about being out here versus being in a vehicle, which is great as well, but just seeing it from this perspective. And I have to be honest, because part of what I do on these trips is really I'm kind of looking in the mirror for me, because it's selling me.
It happened to me. It'll happen to you.
Well, do tell.
Coming from San Diego, grew up at the beach, in the water all the time. I didn't know this place existed, and I was just blown away. And I made a goal for myself to be able to call it home one day. Next thing you know, I'm living here, and every time I come home, I feel like I'm on vacation. There's a lot that you can do here, and like I told you earlier, every weekend you can do something different.
When you first came out, did you miss California?
Yeah.
How often would you go back?
Well, probably every 3 months.
Okay.
But it was an easy trek. Again, it's easy. 4 hours to me is nothing.
Yeah. So currently I have clients right now selling in the San Francisco Bay Area, and the value they get here is tremendous. And I know you guys have probably seen this many times over. They're selling California, netting a bunch of money, and they're coming here and paying cash.
Yes,
The value is here, correct?
it is. And that's something we're seeing over and over again. You'll have people get the money out of their California house, come here, and they're absolutely thrilled with what they can get. There's a lot of draw that way because they can essentially upgrade from where they are, more wide open spaces, and it's the same value that they had there for more here.
What's interesting for me is there are pockets in the Bay Area, and one of the things I hear most common is that it's changed. It's not what it used to be, but when I come here, it's interesting because I have that feel and of what it used to be.
You mentioned that
Yeah,
there was a
because-
feeling of some of those older communities becoming new again here.
The thing that I learned, not only about Vegas itself, but I learned it on my last trip here to Lake Las Vegas, you can't do it all in a day, even a half a day. Because most people would come around, drive around, look around, no, you have to embed yourself here. So what was funny was we came here, my clients, we ended up here 3 days in a row. So all 3 days that we were here traveling, looking around the Las Vegas area, we ended up here. And now they're putting in an offer on a lot here.
Yeah, I call that a staycation forever.
How many builders are here?
We've got currently 9 new builders.
Okay.
And anywhere from, we've got Blue Heron, which you can see up on the hill, and then Del Webb is going to be joining us. We have Pulte, Lennar, you name it.
So are the Del Webb and Blue Heron, are they new to Lake Las Vegas?
Yeah, we can say within 2019, Lennar joined us. And of course, Lennar also has 2 other communities, Regatta Heights and Regatta Point. And Del Webb, we just started doing information sessions with their community, and they're bringing 416 units to Lake
Wow.
Las Vegas, their own sports club as well. So it's going to be in its own community within Lake Las Vegas.
Gated?
Yep, all gated. And security, 24 hours.
What percentage of the buyers are primary residents versus, say, a second home? or an investment property?
Oh, it's a good question right now.
Well, primary residence, they're rising. That for a long time it was majority second homes, but that's changing. That's evolving because people love it out here. And so the second homes are now becoming primary residences, and a lot of the people moving in from California, from other states, they're coming here to live here. They want to stay here year round.
The addition of Pulte's product, Bolano, they sold out in less than 7 months. We had Verena, which opened up a year later, and they're currently down to probably 2 homes left.
Right.
And that's a total of 80. You know, they run right through them. So it's exciting to see Del Webb and the interest in what's happening.
So of those, so the ones you just mentioned, what are those price points?
Well, actually, Bolano started in the mid 3s, and also Verena started in the low 4s.
And they go up to?
And I want to say they capped off at just right around the high 5s.
How quickly will a development sell out?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see with Del Webb.
I think it's quick, but it's happened with all of them. These new builders, William Lyon came out, and there were so many people that were interested right away.
And
there's some available.
Yeah,
still,
there's the single-story product, of course, goes a little quicker, but the
Absolutely.
2-story option is giving those families that opportunity to come and call it home. Again, you know, like they're calling it home. It's not just a second home.
And you can feel that there's something here. There's a certain something going on here. You can feel it.
Yeah, it's nice to. I always say the new wood is good wood, and you know, and so seeing that here at Lake Las Vegas is bringing everybody, you know, and especially because everyone in California is wanting a piece, but it's also those locals that are given an opportunity to also call it home.
We filmed this in early 2020, and since then I left California and now live at Lake Las Vegas. Prices have increased due to high demand and low inventory with so many out-of-state buyers. If you'd like to take a tour of the lake, get in around to golf, or even a quick game of pickleball, reach out. I'd love to show you the place I now call home.